Hello and welcome to another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. Today is Meatless, Eatless Mental Mushroom Monday, and we are doing a laid back episode. The first guest I've ever had tonight. She is also very knowledgeable, expert in her field, powerful and knowledgeable. Cassidy Baughn also works at a major hospital, two major hospitals now, in a big town in the United States, and we're going to discuss a few things that have been leading us to what's going to be this week's theme, questioning what is fucking going on with this COVID crisis. And yeah, I'm going to talk about it again, and it's not even a crisis, fucking catastrophe. We got a big fucking fiasco with no clear one choice or the other. So what do you think about you've always wanted to jump through a glass window? Do you think that is something we're going to need to learn to do in order to get out of isolation rooms in the hospital?
Possibly. At this point, I would not be shocked at any recommendations from leadership.
Yeah, we're having to reuse stuff. We're reusing a lot, and then they're telling us to put it in brown paper sacks to save it and reuse it, which is wild, because you look at what China's doing, and they're covered in 2 gowns, mask, an N95, an eye mask, and they're taking their little boot covers off in a special room, and we're going in looking like half naked, basically.
Yeah. Even more naked than we were expected to previously with our laid back requirements.
Yeah. I remember my manager told me you don't have to even have but 1 gown when you have a scabies patient, and we were all wearing the boots and everything, which I don't think we wear for any isolation. They don't require us to wear boots for anything in OR, right?
Bed bugs.
Bed bugs? Yeah, she even said bed bugs you shouldn't be afraid of. Yeah, you didn't have to wear the bouffant or the feet.
Nope.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and nation's going crazy. Test accuracy's 50%. Why did you want to jump through a window?
Not a real window, like a sugar glass window, as like actors do.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So you are now a specialist in what you do.
Yeah.
Do you feel more safe, less safe, going into these rooms wearing your personal protective equipment?
I don't know that it's much different. I have the same potential of being put in front of this virus as I would have as my previous position. But from what I've heard from my friends who are still at the bedside, we are not ready. The resources aren't there to keep patients and staff safe and keep this virus from spreading. So, no, not really. If I'm in a hospital where others are at risk, I'm at risk. We're putting our patients at risk.
Yeah. And it's weird because we're not letting visitors anymore.
Right.
And they're wanting to go home faster.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that,
No.
that turkey sando. They're going meatless and eating less in their mind. They're ready to get out. Where do you see this going? Our hospital is at 62, and the one you just went to, so 62% capacity, which is insane because they've been preparing for this, I guess, and not letting elective surgeries get admitted or get even prepared for. So, do you feel like that's enough of a buffer? And do you think we're gonna have fucking yours is at 50%? Do you think we're gonna have like half of the hospital infected with this? That's what the estimates are. 1 out of 2 people get some form of it, mild, moderate, or severe, which is like, we don't know what could happen. It could be the worst thing in the world. Or you could just have some chest tightness and maybe not a fever. Do you think 50% are going to be COVID patients?
I hope not.
I hope not.
But, because if they are, we're not going to be protected.
Not going to be protected.
Not enough PPE to deal with the beds we're allowing to be set for COVID patients.
Yeah, we've been talking about it and calling it mid-COVID, and it's going to be something that's changed the entire country forever, or the world. We're going to talk about the pre-COVID times. Watching some show last night, I was seeing people grouped together, and that was freaking me out. Seeing that many people in a group with no masks. Somebody coughed. Oh man, you're looking at people coughing differently, as if they're threats. What do you like? Do you think it's ever going to go back to any sort of non-paranoia? Am I being too paranoid? I've noticed we saw a handful of people. We went out to the grocery store, but we just went to a major festival and didn't have. Ravers wear masks, so they do wear them.
They're good. Couple neck sleeves.
Yeah. We're gonna go back? Do you think this is ever gonna be a normal again, or is this it?
I have no idea. I have no guess. I'm not even writing any sort of fence.
Yeah.
Just taking it a day at a time.
What does your heart tell you?
We're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I'm hopeful.
And that's something we're gonna really focus on. Oh, I wanted you to do the RAS system. This is supposed to be a Translate Expert Knowledge channel. It's turned into a coronavirus just marathon. I know it's annoying, and I'm sorry, but it's something that's changing our country, changing how our lives go day to day. And we're quarantining with each other, and that's one of the reasons. She's first guest. She's like the only guest I could have right now in person. So
I'm honored.
Not able to see my mom. She's not able to see her family. It's a little weird having to stay far away from people that you normally just hugged and kissed all the time. But anyways, RAS, the renin-angiotensin aldosterone system. You explain how again with Tyrone. Who's Tyrone?
So aldosterone is the bouncer of this club, and aldosterone comes from adrenal glands?
Right.
Yeah. They are potassium wasting hormones, and they help us retain sodium. So a little way that I remembered what aldosterone did in college. Aldosterone will kick out the K's, which is potassium.
Or like kicking out the KKK.
That's a good one too.
It's a good one.
We don't really have a need for them.
No, especially not in the club. They don't have fun.
Right. And so, but he kept the sodium, which is Na.
Which is like
Na.
keeping the nuts.
Because sodium, the NAs will dance with Na1, so you'll have a fun night.
And that is the Rennie. I miss my daughter. The renin-angiotensin and aldosterone system.
Just one part.
Well, just one part of it. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll do the next tomorrow. Thank y'all for listening, and thank you for being my first guest. I'm not very good at interviewing yet.
I'm not very good at being here, but
we had fun. Thank y'all for listening. Love you. See you tomorrow.